right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Put Me in Tears, the show where our takes may or may not
put you in tears.
Put me in tears. That's me and Jake.
Ah,
You like that?
I like that. I like that. We're loving it today. And today I'm really excited because we have another guest. So we have a very, very amazing artist coming out of the Bay Area.
Yep, Bay Area, San Francisco.
Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
We got. She is a soon-to-be shop owner for tattoos. So let's give it up for Miss Dana right here.
Thank you so much. Yes, I am. Depending on when this comes out, I'll be opening up my own studio soon. So,
right.
Yep.
Got a store owner in here too, and a tattoo artist. Oh man,
You're what a time!
What a time! What a time to have you. All right. So this is Raven's. This is also Raven's one of Raven's best friends. So because I know how much everyone's a big fan of Raven here.
Love Raven. So I've known her
big fan.
2012, 2011, something like that.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah, we've known her. I've known her for
a
long time too.
Damn.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man. When did we meet? I feel like we met like
a few years, like maybe a few years ago.
I met you freshman year. I think I met you freshman year of college.
Oh, that was like 8 years ago. Oh my god, we're old. Ooh. Oh, you can cut that out.
What was the first time you guys ever met?
A year ago.
Probably like only a year ago.
Yeah. Whenever you guys started, seeing each other.
Started, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think at
I know,
Jess's old house or something like that.
I do remember. I was like, hey, he's got tattoos.
I think I was in the. I was dropping her off. I was like, hello.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing I see, like, notice about people is their tattoos, or if they have none. You know.
I've never had a tattoo. I've always wanted one.
Scared.
I can tattoo you.
She always tells me that you can do it. Then I'm like,
do it.
Do I really want? It's like, do I really want to do it though? I mean, I want to do it. I'll probably get one for my mom because I wanted cherries.
Yeah.
I wanted cherries for my mom.
I do. I've done plenty of cherries.
But I don't know if like cherries mean like do cherries mean like something? I don't know.
It doesn't have to mean whatever you're thinking.
Yeah, it means whatever you want it to mean.
But isn't there like certain tattoos though where like
this is discretion. There are certain tattoos that are like you should not get them.
Yeah.
You know, like they just are like symbols for like certain hate groups or something. But cherries, I think, are fine. I don't think I've ever heard about bad things about cherries.
Just do a lot of research.
Next thing you know, I'm in a fucking gang because I'm fucking have a cherry on me, bro. And I don't even fucking know, man.
If there's a gang out there with cherry symbol,
Apple gang.
Yeah, you could do an Apple too. A lot of iPhone people out here.
A lot of people have the Apple logo. A lot. I don't know.
So I tattoo in the Bay Area, so it's like right next to Cupertino, which is where the Apple headquarters are. And I have tattooed so many Apple related things. It's kind of crazy. I tattoo a lot of nerds. I mean, no offense. Like nerds is a good thing. Nerds is a good thing. I love all y'all. Couldn't ask for better clients.
I just find that funny though when there's like a specific logo like on you. And you're just like, that's just free advertising for the fucking
I know.
people.
I've never. No offense to anyone that has logos, but I've never, unless it's your own like thing.
Exactly.
But if it's like, oh, I'm gonna get the Apple logo, or
I understand like band like logos maybe because like
that's more artistic.
Exactly.
And your passion.
Mm-hmm. There's a lady that I don't know if it was fake or not, but she had a Chipotle tattooed on her forehead in hopes of getting free Chipotle for life.
That could get you something though.
I think she failed.
That was like the guy. Remember the guy that got the Subway tattoo?
Yeah, I do remember
and
that.
I think didn't he get free sandwiches for forever or something like that?
He better have. I mean, that's free promo.
It was
for life.
It was a pretty big piece on his back.
You know what I'm saying? But there's there's that risk though that shit ain't gonna happen though. You just gonna have that shit for the rest of your life, and it's like, are you really repping them like that?
Laser removal is real good now. So maybe not in forever. Maybe like you gotta wait for it to heal and then you can remove it.
I have some I don't care about. I wouldn't have gotten, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a few too. I love all my tattoos, but some of them are real stupid. Like I have a penguin getting abducted by a spaceship, and people are like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "It's literally just a penguin getting abducted by a spaceship."
Or you get it covered up with something.
See, I would never get I would maybe do a blast over. A blast over.
Dude, blast overs are crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
you just go over the tattoo, and some of them look real good, but some of these blast overs are.
I got one.
Questionable.
Right
you have a blast over?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What did you blast over?
Well, It was a name.
Usually.
Okay.
The usual.
I would never get
smart.
a
It wasn't
name.
smart.
I would never get a name tattooed on me. That's for sure. Unless it was like my grandparents or something. But
Ooh, the names.
I knew like I was able to cover it up though, so it's barely noticeable.
Yeah. Okay, so before we
Fair.
get into like more conversation, we have a lot in store for today. We are going to talk to Dana about a new segment that we have. It's called
Iffy, witty, or shitty.
shitty, iffy, or witty.
sounds
Okay.
good.
So
Mhm.
we gonna ask her about tattoos and ask her if they're iffy, shitty, or witty. And we have uncomfortable questions today with Dana. So I'm really excited about that. So we have a lot in store for today, man. I'm really excited because I never actually talked to a tattoo artist before, like in depth. I mean, I've talked to you like a bunch, but I never like talked to you about
Tattoos.
your tattoos and
Mhm.
stuff. So
100%. Yeah.
I mean, my first question for you, obviously, I'm just gonna ask you like your path. What was your path like to get
Oh,
to
sure. Hmm.
to being a tattoo artist?
I feel like mine was a lot more unconventional than most because, funnily enough, Raven was a part of it technically. It was pandemic time. I usually get a tattoo every year on my birthday, and it was October 2020. Everything was shut down. I went to see Raven. At the time, she was in San Jose, and we were like, we want tattoos. So we were looking up places that were taking walk-ins. We found a spot, and then we decided to go the following week. I think when I went, though, Raven wasn't able to go, but I was like, I already drove from Daly City, which is like right under San Francisco. And then I walked in. Long story short, I showed them the design that I drew, and they couldn't do it that day because I came late. But I just said I want something small, is that possible? And then they did this, like, I don't know if you could see, it's like a really small poppy here, super small, just really small.
That was your
simple.
first one?
No, not my first one. That was like the first one since the pandemic, since
Okay.
COVID.
Mhm.
Luckily the shop owner tattooed me. We vibed. He saw my tattoo. He saw my work, and then he offered me an apprenticeship, which is very not common.
That's not common.
Yeah, not common at all. And then like 2 weeks later, I also got a job at Tesla working at AI. So I was doing Tesla Monday through Friday, and then apprenticeship Saturday, Sunday. Better part of 2 years I was doing that. Yeah. And now I'm in SF. So
So you're doing that full time though?
yeah,
doing
now
the tattooing?
I quit all my AI jobs, and now I'm just doing tattooing.
God damn, you did AI?
I did AI at Snapchat after Tesla, and then I started at the shop that I am in currently right now around the same time, like
Damn.
last year.
That's sick.
Is that how it usually is though? I feel like a lot
No.
of
Most definitely not. Like
people
how
start like wanting to
Mhm.
like be a tattoo artist.
they usually like build it. They like have a set portfolio, and then they'll go to a shop or email a shop their portfolio, and then they'll request an apprenticeship. Normally, that's what happens, or like typically. So I will say it's a little. My path is a lot more unusual than most, and I got lucky. I will say I got really lucky, so I'm grateful for that.
Man, what a path. Crazy.
Not too bad.
Very cool. Well, I was gonna ask, like, more obviously just in the details of tattooing. Have you ever had, not to be a negative question, but have you ever had a really like bad experience tattooing someone / on a canvas, anything like that? If you don't want to say, it's okay.
No. I think okay. So I love all my clients, no matter how long it takes or whatever. There was this one guy. It was really funny because he came in with, I think, his wife or girlfriend or something. It wasn't a bad experience per se. It was just really memorable because I was still relatively new, like I think a year in. His let's just say girlfriend for now or whatever. She wanted a like big dagger on her thigh. And he wanted like the tiniest cross on the back of his ear or behind his ear. At the time, my boss, you could say, he was like, "Here, I'll take the dagger, you take the cross." I was like, "Oh, easy. It'll take probably 15 minutes or so." Stenciled him, everything was fine. He warned me. He was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm really not good with needles." I'm like, "Oh, you'll be fine. You won't see it at all. It's behind, like you won't see it. You'll hear it, if anything. Like that's the thing with like behind the ear tattoos. You'll hear it a lot. I was like, that might freak you out, but you'll be fine." I should have taken his word because he the first time the needle hit his skin starts shaking immediately, and I was like, oh God, you were right. And like his girlfriend was laughing like from across the room because she could see, and my boss was laughing at me too, and I'm like, oh damn. So then I was like, oh, you okay? Do you need like, because I don't want anyone to pass out in my chair. Yeah. Happens, even if you try your best, but it took something that would have taken like 10-15 minutes, took about an hour and a half because he went to take a bathroom break, and he was in the bathroom for about half an hour, and I was like, are you okay? I was like freaked out because I was like, are you passed out in the bathroom? And he was like, no, I'm fine, I'm just taking some time. I'm like, all right, no worries. So then his girlfriend finished way before me, or before we did, and then it wasn't bad. It was just really interesting because I had never dealt with a client who was so scared before, like that scared.
It's such a tiny one.
I'm scared too, man.
Tiny. I no hate to, I actually, he was a really nice guy. He kept apologizing, but I was like, this is an hour and a half. We're an hour and a half.
He was shaking too, so I was afraid
shaking,
you were on there. And then
how much you charge for that? Is it like every hour? Like,
I don't remember. No, well, that at the time that was
or for the tattoo?
Per piece, just per piece. So it didn't matter how long it took.
I was just like, bro, you just running up your bill, man.
Oh no, yeah. This poor guy felt so bad. He was shaking too. I laid him on the bed. His whole body, not just his head or anything, his whole body was shaking, and he was also sweating. So I felt bad. If you're ever watching this, I don't know if you are. I'm so sorry. I hope the tattoo's feeling good.
But it came out pretty good.
I think so. Yeah, and I was like really scared because it was across, right? Straight lines, just straight up straight lines.
He was shaking, so I was like,
I build the lines up. I made him I was like real slow with it. I would have gone a lot quicker if he wasn't shaking. But he was shaking, so
How's your pain level on yours? Did you ever like bitch out or any of them?
It depends if I was sober or not. I would always get pretty. I would get pretty. You're not supposed to. No, but you're not supposed. You're right. You're not supposed to drink or do anything right before.
I thought that was the thing.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. If you drink, you'll bleed more, which pushes the ink out more. Oh. And if you're high, you might pass out. Some people pass out.
I used to do. Yeah. I used to get. It sounds messed up, bad. But I used to get wasted. I used to get just annihilated, and I was fine.
I feel like that's how most tattoos be happening, though.
I will say I have never tattooed a drunk person. I may have. Really? Yeah, I've never tattooed a drunk. Or if they were drunk, they were. But I was never. So well.
You kick them out.
I would just say let's reschedule. Let's reschedule when you're not drunk, because then it's like a liability issue. Some people will. Some people will just tattoo them. They don't care. But I'm like, I don't want to deal with that,
Is that a moral thing? Is that a moral thing within the tattoo world of like trying to decipher that?
Yeah, what if you regret? Well, also now I'm appointment only, but my old shop used to be just walk-ins, and you get the weirdest walk-ins. But now that it's appointment only, I can they know what they're getting beforehand. But ideally, if you come in drunk, I'll probably reschedule you. Nice.
I like that.
Yeah, he would come to my house though, so I would just,
a house tattoo.
So it was easier for me to. But yeah, don't do that. I guess.
Yes, please.
For me though, it did help me with the pain.
Get a tattoo responsibly, please. We know our audience.
For the sake of your healing process, don't come in drunk. Also, maybe for your mental, you don't want to.
That is very surprising that you tell me that you don't encourage people to drink when before they get a tattoo, because I swear to God I always thought you're just always getting it regardless if you're messed up.
No, if you there are shops that'll do that, don't get me wrong. There are these older style shops that are walk-ins. They don't really care if you're drunk. There are a lot that do care, but some people don't. So I guess if you find the right person, you can go in drunk, but you probably won't get the best tattoo, is what I'm saying.
But it would just calm me down more. And it would help with the pain.
I feel like if you know the person, right? He came to your house, or he or she came to your house. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's fine.
It was comfortable. Yeah, it wasn't
yeah.
I wouldn't do that with a random tattoo artist.
Yeah.
What's the best way to describe the pain of a tattoo?
A bee sting or a cat scratch.
Is it a bee sting? Really?
Yeah. If you've ever gotten, it's like a cat scratch, but prolonged, the entire time.
I've never been scratched by a cat. What does that feel like?
What?
Bee sting too.
My cat's never scratched you before?
No, but I'm saying like she's.
I think it's worse than a cat's. I mean, I guess it depends how hard the scratch is.
I will say I do a lot of like I do fine line, and I'm doing a lot more realism now. That's what I'm getting into. So when I do realism, I will definitely say it's not like a cat scratch, because it's like we're using like bigger rows of needles, if that makes sense.
Bee sting's pretty accurate.
Yeah, bee sting.
Or like possibly wasp, but
I've never been stung by
but
a
also
wasp.
I've never been stung by a bee, only a wasp. The wasp actually hurts more.
The wasp hurts more for sure.
But I was gonna say, it just, for me, it depends where you're getting tattooed.
That's true. That's true.
So when you color it in though, I'm assuming that's fucking painful, isn't it?
I ask my clients this all the time, because when I line, I usually do thin line, so like a needle, a set of 3 needles. We call it like a 1003 or something. And then if you want to fill it in, you could do, depending on how big it is, you could use like a mag, which is like think of a paintbrush looking thing, but just made of needles. And some people say it hurts less because it's more dull, and then some people think the liner is more painful because it's more sharp. So
I was gonna say that I always ask, people say the lining hurts more, and some people say the shading hurts more. I think personally the shading
hurts
worse.
more. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm assuming the shading is gonna be crazy, because how do you how would you even like do that? You just coloring it like that, or you like this?
No. So it depends. Everyone has their own style. The way that I fill in, like if it's just solid color, I go at an angle. Generally, so that you can pack more ink in. Yeah. And then you gotta go slow, and you do circles, or some people do lines, some people do like cross hatching. It depends.
But it's up and down though, right? It's not like.
No, I've never seen anyone fill color like that. I think if someone filled color like that, I think I'd be a little concerned.
Isn't that cutting? Like, wouldn't that like cut into your like skin or some shit?
Yeah, no, 100%. But like again, like if you use like a mag, which is like a paintbrush, it's a lot. It's a lot harder to like cut up the skin like that.
That's
definitely
what
what
they would do to me for the cover up. Yeah. You just jamming it in there.
Oh, they would do it that way?
I've never.
Oh my god! What, you torture?
Never gotten the cover.
That was like it was very.
Shit.
I think I have like 40, maybe 50 tattoos now. And the bigger ones that I have with Phil, I think the lining hurts more, usually. But
But as you said, I think it depends what you're using and all that.
Exactly. So. And your artist. Sometimes. Yeah. I've had heavy-handed artists, and the tattoo looks great, but like. They're heavy-handed.
It's tough.
They're tough.
I can imagine. Damn.
Yeah, that's what my guy
was.
Heavy-handed.
What's your most expensive tattoo?
Most expensive?
Damn, you got all that for free? Lucky.
No, I didn't get any of this for free. But my first guy was really good. He didn't charge me barely anything.
Oh, really?
That was a while ago. Like this whole arm was pretty cheap compared to what it would be. The last artist I had, it was a little more pricier. So
like what?
I think there was one that was like $600 for one. Yeah. Damn. But
that's not that much actually.
But my biggest one, I think my biggest one, I think was like $400, and it was
damn.
This whole thing that's with color and everything. That was a crazy deal.
Just get it cheap.
I honestly don't remember though.
Crazy.
It was so long ago, so I don't remember.
What's the rates now? I feel like the rates are
fucking
astronomically like bigger now.
San Francisco Bay Area pricing is a little bit more expensive. Generally, like me and my my friends, we are all about $250 an hour and up. Some people have minimums, like $500 minimums. Some people have like $700 minimums. It depends on the artist. But San Francisco is a lot different. Here is probably a little cheaper, I would say.
Is it cheaper here, really?
I think it's a little cheaper
LA?
here. I think so.
Wow.
I think so.
Hollywood.
I think it depends where you go.
Yeah.
Like also, a Studio City shop would be more expensive than like somewhere in Highland Park or something.
I feel like they rip you off in Hollywood, bro.
If they're famous though, like there's a few tattoo artists who have like millions of followers, they'll charge you. I requested a quote from one of them. It was like $5,000 for literally like a 5-inch tattoo.
Fuck.
Like I don't know, something like that, which is like crazy. Which I mean, you know what? I respect the rate. Like if that's their rate and people are booking with them, all power to you. I don't think I'll ever be 5,000 for something small like that. Definitely not. But
LA Ink.
Yeah, if they're buying it, yeah, why not?
Exactly.
I don't know what happened to that girl. Cap on D.
I actually have been tattooed at her studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by her friend, one of her friends. He's a really nice guy. But her studio's closed now. She doesn't
she doesn't have it anymore, bro.
She moved to like, I don't know, like middle of
I think she
buttfuck
became
nowhere.
religious kind of or something like that.
That's what I heard.
Something. I just know that she moved to the middle of like nowhere. No offense if that's where you live. I don't know where
That's
it
cool.
is.
I respect that.
Yeah, and she bought like $1 million. Like she
got
spent
the
like
money.
$2 million on a gigantic mansion.
She had the money, bro.
Yeah, and she has a kid.
She
Yeah.
was to me like I never even knew about tattoos. I just knew about tattoos
Kat
because
Von
of
D.
her.
I still am trying to get tattooed by Kat Von D one of these days. She does I think she only does them for like friends now, which is totally valid. But one day I'll make that dream come true.
What's like what's the upper echelon of like what's like the top tier artist that like everyone knows?
Ooh,
I have no idea.
Is it Kat Von D?
Well, Kat Von D is really popular, but also she has a makeup brand, so a lot of like people who don't tattoo or like don't like tattoos know she's an artist.
I guess best is subjective. Maybe like the most.
Well, in
popular.
terms of popularity, Kat
Yeah.
Von D, but I think
Yeah.
there's other artists that are probably more talented than her.
Like what's another popular one?
Oh, in LA, he's actually I'm pretty sure he's a Korean artist. His name is Uzi, or it's like OOZY tattoo. Does those like blue porcelain tattoos on the arm. He's got like 1 million followers. He's so popular. Every time he posts, he gets like well over like 20,000 likes or something.
Jesus.
Super. Yeah, he seems super talented, but I don't know his prices, so you know.
Kat Von D.
Kat Von D is cool. She's a little controversial though.
She is controversial.
She's definitely
I think
controversial.
she was a Trump supporter.
No way.
I think.
That's crazy.
Well, if it's not, then I'll edit this out. I feel like, you know, since we're talking about tattoos, since we're like talking about since we're talking about like tattoos right now, might as well just go into our next segment of shitty, iffy, or witty right now.
Sounds good.
So since we're like critiquing a lot of tattoos, might as well let's hear from a tattoo artist herself on whether or not some of these things are what people should get. Okay.
Sounds good.
So me and Jake have three concepts. Not
Okay.
really pictures, but like just like, you know, just
Conceptually,
just
sure.
concepts, like just gonna tell you. So you're gonna either tell us if they're shitty, iffy, or witty.
Sounds
I
good.
mean, I feel like we should go down the line though, right? So we'll start with Jake and then we'll go down the line.
Well, I personally think it's an older idea, but what do you think of the like traditional like dragon tattoo on the back, like the whole dragon tattoo?
I've seen so many of them. I've done one. I think it's witty, right? Is that what you're saying?
Witty's meaning like
It's good.
Good.
Like it's
It's good,
You
right?
still like it? Because I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
some
I
people
think I
think
like
it's a
it.
little
No,
outplayed or
no.
corny.
You know what? I think dragons done well are really
Yes.
cool. They're really cool. But, you know, there's like a line of meanings or something.
Yeah.
Tattoos don't have to have meaning if you don't want them to have meaning, is what I'm trying to say. Like if you yourself don't care, then who cares? But if you want all your tattoos to have meaning, then by all means do that.
Mine don't have meaning.
None of them?
No, seriously, it's
This is
kind of
funny.
crazy.
You're like, that's just
I
cool.
just got it. I was like, that's cool,
funny
yeah.
that people get tattoos without meanings. It's really funny to me.
I think that's why. That's why I have a few regrets. I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't have gotten that.
For me, I'll
Fair.
go iffy. Iffy for me. I don't know. I feel like
Fair.
dragons like a very like prominent animal, and then it's
Totally valid.
or just like a prominent figure
Hmm.
that like, and it's kind of associated with a lot of like just gangsters and mobsters and all that shit. So,
Oh,
yeah, or just like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like just powerful people.
100%.
And like if I get it, I feel like it's just, oh god, it's another Filipino guy with a dragon
You know,
tattoo.
you'd be one of many.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. So
No hate,
That's
but
an iffy.
one
That's
of
an iffy
many.
for me. That's an iffy for me. Depending on what it is. If it's like maybe like a Yu-Gi-Oh, Blue Eyes.
Oh,
You know, Blue Eyes.
hey,
Oh,
you want
man.
that? I'll do it for you.
Oh man, don't tell me right now.
Get it.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
The tune one. I want to do the tune one.
Oh, okay,
I'll do the
okay.
tune one.
I got you.
All right, what do you think about it?
Oh, on my thing.
Yeah.
I think done right, it's witty.
It's witty. You like it?
Yeah, I get what you're saying though,
I mean,
and like I do feel like your tattoos.
I mean, they have to represent who you are, right?
If you like it, you like
even
it.
if there's no meaning to it, I feel like you're gonna
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
because it represents like what
Yeah.
you like, right?
yeah.
I mean,
especially because I'm saying a giant back piece one, not just like a little one.
tired, the whole
Yeah.
back. Yeah, I feel like if you're a really kind of no, again, no hate if you are like a kind of scrawny little kind of, it doesn't really match.
Yeah.
Kind of. But again, who cares?
It really gotta
Who
match your
cares?
vibe though. I that's all I'm saying, man.
You know what? If you're scrawny and you're like a badass person, I can see
Get
that
what you want to
piece.
get.
Yeah.
You can get what you want to get, but it's just like that thing's like permanently on you, so that's why like, and people are. I'm imagining like I assume a lot about a person when I see when I see tattoos. Like
Totally valid.
like I'm not like assuming that you're like a certain person. I'm just assuming like you're gonna like what's on your body. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised about how many people don't like what's on their body.
So it's just so for my next one, I would. What do you think about anime? What do you think about anime?
I love anime tattoos. Okay, like
Was it
I think obviously like if
witty?
I think it's witty for
It's
sure.
witty? Okay,
I
you
think
like
it's
witty?
witty. I have one anime tattoo on me.
Which one?
You know that scene in Naruto where Itachi and Sasuke are like battling, and then Itachi like touches the forehead.
What do you have that?
It's on my thigh.
Oh, it's on your thigh?
It's not done yet. I have to add the blood.
What,
the
him?
red
What, with the fingers?
with the finger on Sasuke's forehead.
Forehead?
Yeah.
And then what's the face?
Yeah, like
Sasuke's
their face. They're both of them.
Oh,
They're
both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's hard as hell.
Yeah. I'm sure. Like I've seen other people have
Change
it.
my answer.
He was gonna say shitty, huh? No, yeah, I mean, again, there are people who do I have personal coworkers and friends who do anime tattoos really well, like really well. But some I've seen them done very poorly too. So
Yeah, see, that's the thing too.
depends on how you get it.
Okay, it's still an iffy for me. That's still an iffy. That really is an iffy for me because I mean,
Valid. Yeah.
it depends. I don't know. Like maybe your favorite one. I'll be
Yeah.
fine with the favorite one.
Mhm.
Like if it's your favorite one. But if you have a lot,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a lot on you, that's when it's kind of just like, ooh, like I don't know.
Exactly what you said.
What?
Just too much. I don't know.
I mean, do you want?
Yeah.
It's fine if you want. It's fine if you love anime and all that
Mhm.
shit. But like I said, this is gonna be on you forever.
Mhm.
So how serious are people going to take you? Like if you
With the
have a
whole-
bunch of
yeah.
like cartoon tattooed on you. You get what I'm saying?
I feel that. I will say also though there's someone I know who has a comic panel their whole sleeve.
Yeah.
Like it's just each panel is from a different anime they like. Has a lot of animes, and some of the I guess it depends on how it's done. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I guess it's an iffy. I guess it's an iffy because it's depending on how much you get. Because if it's like maybe like if it's a couple you can't see, then I'll be like, okay, fuck it, like whatever.
Mhm.
But if it's just like like fucking blasted out neck of like the Susanoo or some shit like right here, actually that'd be kind of hard. That shit would be kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie.
He's changing his answer as we
Sasuke
speak.
shit. I don't know. I love anime. That's why it's kind of like, but just to put it on my body, do I
It's
love
hard.
it? Do I love it enough? Like that's all I'm saying.
Understandable.
You have cartoons or anime?
No.
Anybody?
Mm-mm. I don't have anything that's like no logos. Like everything's like
Original art.
original. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Like nothing from shows or yeah.
It's just tough because it's like you want to express like the shit that you love.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, it's just how serious are people going to take you if you have that shit blasted all over you?
100%. It's not an anime, but it's a Animal Crossing character. I have two of them on me. Two of the penguins on me. I actually just got like literally a couple weeks ago. Which I think is kind of funny because I'm like, if someone saw this on my like arm or something, they'd probably think that I was like some
Animal
like
Crossing.
yeah. And I mean, I do love Animal Crossing, but
I will say, I think if you have a lot of tattoos on your arm and then there's like it's just sprinkled on there,
yeah.
or there's like one piece with other pieces, it's not as weird. But if you just have anime, maybe it might come off a little strange. That's what I think.
Oh yeah. Also, if you're like super like it's the word weeaboob.
Yeah, weeb.
Weeb. Yeah, if you're super weeby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Power to you.
Yeah, I think it
If
works.
this is your personality, then power to you.
Power
bro.
to you. It's just a little weird to me.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But I mean, power to you though. If you do.
Yeah.
Alright. What's another concept?
I was gonna say like a logo from anything.
Anything?
or like a main brand corporate logo. Like if you like McDonald's or you like a favorite car brand.
Oh hell no. I go shitty.
Yeah, shitty.
I go oh god. See, I don't want to. You know, I would go shitty a little bit just because like these brands don't know you, right? Like you're doing free advertisement for
That's
them.
what I'm saying, bro.
Like unless you are the creator of that said brand, which unless you're like, you know, Jeff Bezos or something, I wouldn't get like the Amazon logo or something like that.
I can't imagine.
Unless you know what I will respect if you get like an Arby's tattoo and then you put the slogan on there. We have the meats or something kind of funny. Like if you get a funny tattoo, I would respect it.
What's a respectable one you think? I put Jordan. I'll get a Jordan.
Jordan?
I'll get the Jordan tattooed on me, bro. That should go hard, bro. Or the Nike one.
Okay,
Nike
no, I would say Nike's like, oh, it's so well.
You would like Nike?
It's a cool brand, but again, they don't unless they're paying you money or like unless they're giving you like free shoes or something.
What do you think? What is it?
What?
Iffy? Shitty? What is it?
For mine?
Me? For that one I just said.
No, shitty.
Okay.
No, shitty because. Like
but you just said you would get the Jordan logo though.
Yeah, that's the only one I would get. The Jordan go hard though, bro.
He said, "I don't mind if it's shitty for that one."
Dude,
just
Jordan,
for that one.
Bro, Jordan logo like on my chest or some shit. That should be kind of hard, man. But
I've seen some of these. I've seen a Subway one that was like "Eat Fresh" and it was like above their parts, which I thought was funny. I thought that was funny. So I respected that one. And again, you know, something if it's funny, I respect it.
I'm gonna say shitty.
Yeah, I think it has. I don't know, man.
It has to be a little shitty because, like, again, you can't be that loyal to a brand,
right?
You know.
I mean, but people still do it to where I'm kind of like, do you eat that every day, or is that person like related to you? Like,
I've tattooed like a Harley Davidson logo, which I kind of understand. Like
maybe Harley Davidson,
biker game, like a biker, like you're so into bikes,
or do it in that font.
Yeah,
like, you know, do it in that style. If you're gonna get a logo, I'm assuming like just make fun of it and then like get it the same font or like just say your biker gang on the Harley Davidson. You know what I'm saying? Like or like a Warner Brother. Like you know when people are like Warner Brother, like like that tattoo's funny.
I think that's better for sure. Better than the just straight logo.
Yeah, just a straight logo. Dude,
yeah.
Is it shitty? Yeah, it's
shitty.
Maybe you can do yourself as an Air Jordan logo, like your figure.
Just my figure.
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know. But see, that takes away the allure of it, though. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. But
totally
but the Jordan logo in general, I would do because I find that kind of hard.
I have my machine here. I'm just kidding.
But that shit like right here. All right. I'm almost done. I'll give you another one. Let's see. Foreign languages.
Ooh.
Foreign languages.
All right, contextually speaking, if it's your language, witty for sure.
It's witty.
If you have no idea what you're getting, like you just Googled it and you think it's right, then shitty. So yeah, it's a tough spot to be in, or tough.
So in the middle, iffy.
It'd be iffy. Yeah, there are ones where I'm like, oh, like this is like, you know what it means, like your parents or you yourself translated it, so you know. That's great. But then there are people who come in and like, oh, this means power in Chinese, and I'm like, oh, okay, like are you how did you figure that out? And they're like, I Googled it. So then I make them sign a waiver saying I didn't translate anything, so as long as you are good with how it looks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I'll have people sign waivers, and like you know, I do a lot of script too.
It's the letter P instead of power.
It could be. I have no idea. There was I'll let you guys go first before I even try and say this next thing.
I think it's pretty witty. I think it's witty. I mean, like you just said, depending on what you get, as long as you know what it means.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not really the type to be like, oh, if you're Asian, you get Chinese characters, or or if you're white, you have to just have English on you. As long as you know what it means and like you're ready to explain, like,
and you respect the culture, that's fine with me too.
Yeah.
So if I got something in Chinese and I knew what it meant, you guys would think that'd be okay?
I wouldn't really care.
Okay.
You don't think it'd be weird?
Pop off, Jake.
But it's just as long as you know what it means. Like it's corny when you're just like, I don't know what it means. Like,
Yeah, there's like a whole TikTok, like TikTokers who will translate people's tattoos because they're like Chinese, and they'll be like, that says like chicken nugget or something. I have a friend who is actually Chinese who purposely got chicken nugget in Chinese characters tattooed on her rib, or something like that. And
just so what? So she could like make up like it means something deep.
yeah, she just thought it was funny, and I was like, that's hilarious. I fuck with that heavy.
What'd you?
I'm gonna say it's iffy.
It's iffy.
I would never. I was joking when I said that. I wouldn't do that personally. But I think it can be cool, and depends what it means. And basically, what you guys said, same thing, you know.
Because there's some languages that one phrase can mean like a whole lot. And,
Yes.
And I really love that. I really do. But that, like I said, you just have to make sure though. That's what it means.
There's my old shop where I apprenticed. It wasn't me. I wasn't involved in this at all. But there were two people coincidentally getting Chinese characters that day, and it was walk-ins. So the artist tattooed the wrong thing on one guy, and he didn't know. He didn't know that it was wrong until 2 days later when we got an angry email from his girlfriend because his girlfriend made the appointment for him. Yeah. He wanted to get something like saying like power. I think it said power, but he got dragon instead because we had a client, and this was the shop's mistake, but we stenciled it on him and said, "This looks good, right?" And he said,
fault.
Yeah.
Why is she upset at you?
I was like, your boyfriend didn't know what he was getting on him. And like it was kind of crazy because
so ridiculous.
Yeah, he got the wrong thing, so I think they ended up refunding him money, which again, he said it looked good.
Make sure you know what you're fucking going to get when you go to a tattoo shop.
That is the anecdote to what's the like a story that you should not do what that guy did. You should double, triple check.
It's like going to you guys are just doing the art. It's like going to let's say you can go to a machine and you put it in there, and it just does it. That's like kind of like what you guys are doing. You guys aren't there to educate what you're getting and stuff. You can give your opinions, but you're not educating. You're just doing what they really want. Unless obviously it's really inappropriate.
We were shocked when we found out that it was the wrong tattoo because he was happy when he left. Seemingly, that's what I was told. But yeah, I agree.
I only had one iffy. I only had one witty. I feel like all of them are iffy. I feel like a lot. I feel like tattoos in general are iffy, bro.
Contextually speaking, they're all pretty iffy. But they can be very witty.
Yeah, there's certain ones I feel like they can be witty. I feel like you can come back at some time. We can still do this shit because that's actually pretty interesting to do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But since we just talked about people just being uncomfortable with the tattoos they get, it's time to ask you some uncomfortable questions.
Lovely.
Usually it's with Jake, but today it's with Dana. So
lovely.
When we ask these, I always say, you don't need to answer them if you don't want to.
Sounds good.
That's up to you. But we'll answer them. If you can answer, we'll answer them. Me and Jake got one each. So this is kind of getting deep. Okay, so what's the saddest story behind why a client got a tattoo, if you have one?
Ooh, I do have one.
What's the saddest story of why a certain person got a tattoo?
So they specifically told me that they've been always open about their story. So obviously you guys don't know her name or what she looks like or what even the tattoo is, but essentially it was a bigger piece with with elements of the semicolon symbol, which if you know the tattoo, it's I think it's something related to suicide. There are other elements of it. I don't want to put her on blast, so I won't say every single element. Yeah. Those floral elements plus that and other stuff. And it was kind of hard to hear. She was telling me that she had attempted, that over 12 times, something like that. And I could see because it was also on her arm where there was a lot of scars. Yeah. So I felt really and she was like, yeah, I really like, and she's like, I'm in a better place now. I wanted this tattoo kind of to cover up some of the scarring, but also because it's a reminder for her. And I was like, really, and then she was like, it was really a touching moment just because I was like, she trusted me. This was her first tattoo too.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I saw your work and I wanted to get it done by you. So, you know, here's to better things. And, you know, hopefully I will never have to feel like that again. I was like, oh, damn, that's hurt my little heart. And I hope she's doing well.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to her since,
she's
but
doing well, man. Wow.
it was a little rough. But yeah, I mean, tattooing, she was also worried, and I felt like, oh, because like I'm sure she's went to other people before, and they told her that they couldn't tattoo over the scars because some of them were really deep. And I told her I could. I was just like, you know, here are the kind of warnings. Like, if you tattoo over a scar, potentially it's like more susceptible to blowouts or fading, depending on the scar itself. And she was like, yeah, thank you for taking it on, because people were rejecting her. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, that's rough.
Oh, that's really cool though that you were able to do that for her. You know what I'm saying? Since a lot of people like rejected her too.
I know, I felt bad. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. But then again, like if you're an artist and you're not comfortable with tattooing something, because you don't think you could do it, then, you know, better to just pass it up and give it to someone else as opposed to like ruining their skin.
See, that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about like tattoos as well, man. Like you can just get something, since it's like gonna stay with you forever, man. Like something like an experience like that could just stay with you like forever, or you could just have like the reminder of like, I made it through.
Oh yeah,
I made
100%.
it through, or I, you know, I'm always gonna have this memory of a certain person that passed away. So that's like the one beauty about I find in tattoos, and that's why like I want, you know, at some point I want one of my mom. You know?
100%.
Yeah, like I want one of my mom, like, soon, because, you know, I'd never want to forget who she is, like, and I never will. But I'm saying like it's just pretty cool that
meaning,
you could just get one thing that will stay with you forever. So,
exactly, it's like a little reminder.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's why I implore you, if you want to get a tattoo, that's one of the main reasons. That's one of the main reasons for me. That's why I don't really shit on it either. What's your question?
Yeah, I'm switching this up a little bit. What do you think of someone getting a tattoo of like a celebrity, someone they don't know, a portrait, like a grown adult getting someone's face like on their chest and they don't know that person?
Yeah, so I can see what you're saying. It's interesting because I think, right, do what you want, and if you're so compelled and you love this artist, celebrity, whoever, you're so compelled that you need to or feel like you want a reminder of said person on you forever, by all means go for it. But personally, I would just not, probably, unless it was like an album cover and their face was, you know, like in like music, so, like people get the Mac Miller, so a lot of Mac Miller's albums covers on them. Some people get like
but it's an album.
Yeah, but he's like in it. I don't know. So I personally wouldn't get it myself. Funnily enough, I am tattooing a Frank Ocean thing in like 3 weeks. But again, I think that it's hard because then there are people who like, what if your celebrity ends up to be like, turns out to be shitty, like a bad person? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you like Kevin Spacey? I don't know. God forbid. Like
P Diddy pet tattoo.
P Diddy, like someone that you really admired back then, and then like years later they come out as like a P word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my god,
you're taking a shot in the, unless they're like dead. Okay, dead, and you know that they've never. Well, but then there's a chance that they could still be outed as something.
Celebrities are tough, man.
Yeah, like no, everyone's got some skeletons in their closet. That's for sure. Man. And like, if you get someone who's alive, there's a higher chance that they're gonna fuck up something, and or be exposed for something. So I caution very heavily against it. But again, do you?
I just think. I didn't even think about that. Like, what if they did something bad?
Yeah, bro, that's what I didn't think about either.
I do think, like, no offense, because I think, like, a lot of athletes get portraits of, like, their favorite athletes and stuff, but...
Yeah.
But a lot of those guys know those people. They're, you know, but I just... It's weird. I'm not trying to get all deep with it and stuff, but, like, I almost feel like, if you get a sports athlete on you and you never met this person, you don't know who this person is, like, personally, you don't know who this person is, But I feel like it's like a form of like idolatry. Like it's just it's almost like you worship this person. I don't know, like when you do that. But I it's my opinion. I think it's a little strange, to be honest, but a lot of people do it. So
I mean, to me, the fundamental thing is like, bro, if I don't know this person, why am I getting them tattooed on me?
Yeah,
bro? I don't know. Like,
getting your family portraits, like I think that's awesome. Like
that's great.
You respect, like that's respectable.
Yeah.
Or even if you get like maybe your pet.
Yeah,
okay,
pets
you
are
know,
great.
sure, but like just someone you don't know. I don't know. I always thought that was a little
100%.
People get whatchamacallit, MLK. MLK be doing that shit. Not MLK. People be getting MLK a lot. What do you think about like historical figures?
Historical figures, okay, like Rosa Parks, MLK. You know, people that
I guess activists.
I guess activists and like people that you probably can bet safely against, like that they've never done any, or they've not never done anything horrible, but like they're overall good.
Yeah,
I think that's a better bet than like getting Klay Thompson. I love Klay Thompson, but like I'm not gonna get Klay Thompson on him like my arm or something. Or
he's leaving the Warriors.
What's one person? Actually, okay.
I do like the Warriors.
Okay,
I have to.
Let's go down the line right now. Okay, let's go down the line of one celebrity. We'll maybe we'll tattoo
alive. Or dead.
Or alive or dead. Which is the one?
Ooh, I don't know. Y'all go first. I'm not sure. I gotta think about this one.
I would not get anyone tattooed. I'm
this
sorry.
guy.
I would not get anyone tattooed.
You're not gonna get it. I'm just talking about the potential.
Okay, so it'd have to be someone that really.
I'm just saying. I mean, you're not gonna
it'd probably be like it'd have to be like maybe like a guitar player. Like it'd be like, you know, like
Kurt Cobain.
No. Maybe like Jimi Hendrix or something. But like
that would be pretty cool.
But
solid.
But we don't, you know, like.
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't know
entirely.
I don't know, man. Like, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I would get Kobe.
Kobe, okay.
I would get Kobe.
Okay.
I'm a Kobe guy.
Kobe guy.
But I wouldn't get it though. But you know, if I really was like that, I would get Kobe.
Valid. I'm trying to think of someone that I would get that like. Okay, they're alive actually, and they're Indonesian, and I love their music so much, and she's very pretty. So I wouldn't just get the portrait. It'd probably have like using her face as an element or something. You know, Nikki.
Nikki from Idiot Rising.
She's Indonesian, and I'm Indonesian, and I got love for her. Hopefully, she doesn't. I mean, I trust her, so I don't think she would ever like be shitty.
Hey, man, homegirls. She says she gonna get a tattoo, so she says you. So
yeah, Nikki from 88 Rising. I love you. If you want a tattoo for me, let me know.
So Nikki, if you see this,
I'm not saying that I would actually get a portrait of her per se, but like we're both Indonesian. I was just telling Jake like when the camera went off, we're both Indonesian. There is a very, very, very small chance that we might be related. So at least I'd have like a familial relation to that.
I feel you on that one. No,
and she's pretty. So
yeah. Dorian.
Off
camera, Jake's like, I get Dorian. Nah, I always fuck with him.
Just right here.
I always keep on fucking.
How would you know him?
I always keep on fucking with him. That like, cause he always keeps on asking, "What are we gonna get this summer?" And I was like, "DH."
That's cute.
And then the guy says to me, he's like, "I'll only get you. The only time I'll ever get your name on is if you died." I was like, "All right,
damn, that means a lot."
Fine to me.
You hear that, Dorian?
He's not gonna get it.
That's nice.
But all right, so that's all the time that we have for today. I really appreciate Dana for coming through.
Thanks,
you.
Dana.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
It's a lot of good insight on the tattoo world. Like I said, we could have you again because I feel like there's a lot of like untouched stuff that
I'll be more than happy to be back here.
Yeah, for sure. Because I wanted to say like more. Like
yeah, me too.
Shitty iffy with me. I keep on saying whiffy.
Whiffy. You should just change it.
It should be witty, iffy, or shitty or something. I don't know.
Iffy shitty and
iffy shitty witty.
I feel like that. I mean, I was trying to think of like how it sounds and stuff. I don't like whiffy. I feel like whiffy. I mean, you know what? I can do whatever. Fuck this. It's mine.
It's your guys' podcast.
Exactly.
Do what you want.
But do you want to say anything before we sig out? Promote anything?
No, just follow me at my new shop. I guess my new shop name isn't out yet, but my handle is at dana.tattoos.
Raven will put it on.
Yeah. And same with TikTok, Instagram should be the same. Let me know if you want tattoos. Maybe I'll tattoo one of these guys on a future podcast episode or something. Go convince them.
Hey man,
go convince them.
I'll do it right now. I'll make this deal right now.
Go convince them.
All right, fucking 100 likes on this YouTube video, and I will get tattooed by Dana. 100 likes.
Oh,
100 likes.
bet. You better be pushing those like buttons.
100 likes.
If not,
on TikTok. I'm talking about on YouTube. On YouTube.
All right, convert. Let's go convert them.
So, if you clip this, I hope it comes out. I hope y'all be liking this shit. So that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna have to get my cherries.
Let's do it.
All right. So we got nothing else. Just follow us on TikTok at Put Me in Tears Podcast, and follow me on TikTok, at Thomas.DeSuS. You'll find me, Jake, and Raven and Dorian over there. And thank you guys again for listening, dude. It's 21 episodes in, and we're still going. I feel like we're still improving. And I appreciate my co-host for coming back. It's been a while since we've done a video.
I know. I thought I got fired.
No, he's here. But appreciate Dana for coming through again, and thank you guys for listening. And we're out. Bye.
Cool.
That was good.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, like
Okay.
what weird if you think it's shitty if you're whiffy, witty.
Whiffy.
Whiffy, you like that?
I like the whiffy.
All right.
Witty, iffy,
So-
shitty.